Yo, what is up guys? Gilenor's hero is back here to save the day once again. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I kill Zulrah and also a in-depth Zulrah guide. So as we all know, Zulrah has 3 phases. She has the green. When she's green you attack with magic. When she's orange you attack with magic. When she is blue you attack with range. In the green phase, she is only going to use range attacks, so you pray protect from range. When she's orange, she uses melee attacks, so you want to hide in one of the safe spots. I'll show you where they are, the tiles. I'll show you where they are on the map. When she's in her blue phase, you're going to want to pray protect from magic, but the thing here is that she will hit you. Sorry, I DC'd. She'll hit you with both attack styles. She's gonna hit you with magic and a range. You're gonna want to pray protect magic because the magic attack is more accurate. You're just gonna have to tank the ranged hits and hope she doesn't hit you, which is why I have combo food right here. Now the minimum stats required are 80 range, 80 magic, 75 defense, and 75 plus hit points because you don't want to get comboed. As you can see right here, I have 85 magic, 84 range. I have Arims with a Serp Helm, Twin Flame Staff. My Tome of Fire has Searing Pages. 2 niche items for this boss. A Serpentine Helm to prevent you from having to carry Anti-Venom. And a Ring of Suffering imbued with recoil rings, so you don't have to worry about your ring of recoil breaking. Also, this has some nice buffs. It has 20 to all defensive stats plus a nice 4 prayer bonus. So we got all that out of the way. We got the mechanics, we got the levels. The minimum gear I'm going to require are, I'm going to say Arims or Bloodbark for magic at least. You're going to want to go ahead, get Barrow's Gloves, get your Imbued God Capes. These are free from Major Arena 2. Pick up an Occult Necklace, 500k. This is a very nice buff. So you can use a Trident of the Seas, as that is cheaper, but I wouldn't recommend that unless you have at least 95 plus magic, because that does not have a very high max hit. You can also use a Trident of the Swamp if you're 85 plus magic and you have Thralls unlocked, as a Twin Flame Staff cannot use Thralls. But me personally, I found this is quite a little bit costly, as it is 900 coins per cast. I found it easiest to use a Twin Flame Staff with a Tome of Fire with Searing Pages, because Zulrah has a 50% weakness to fire. I found it best to use that and maximize my trips. The amount of kills I can get per trip is really nice. It's really chill. If you don't have the money to spend on all these, so charging the Tome of Fire with 2,000 charges of Searing Pages is about 1.5 mil. Add the additional cost of the staff, which is 4.8 mil right now. You're gonna run yourself about somewhere around 7 to 8 mil just to keep this setup here. But the reason I would recommend the Twin Flame Staff if you don't have 90 plus magic with Thralls is because Zulrah's elemental weakness is so absurd that the Twin Flame Staff can exploit it, and you can hit 50s. You can hit 38s, 38 plus 15, 37 plus 14. You can hit crazy numbers because Zulrah's elemental weakness is so drastic, which is has a 50% weakness to fire spells. If you're doing the Twin Flame Staff method, make sure you bring your rune pouch for your fire wave. And also for your range switch, you're gonna want a blowpipe with Blessed Hide, your accumulator, and Fury. Now, I've seen some people say you can bring an Eclipse Moon armor here with the Eclipse Atlatl. So I've tried that out and I don't really like it because the defenses on the Eclipse Moon armor are actually quite atrocious. and I find myself getting hit a lot and not hitting Zulrah. So I'm just gonna recommend a toxic blowpipe. I know it's gonna run you 10 mil, but I'd recommend it just to make it more chill and more standard for the boss. You don't have to be worrying about so many mechanics or not hitting when she's on her blue phase. The blowpipe just makes everything more chill and more understandable for somebody who hasn't even tried the boss. If you have a 2-mech shadow or a twisted bow, you go right ahead. You can just use that without having any switches and you'll be fine, because those weapons exploit Zulrah's defenses to a point where it doesn't matter about elemental weaknesses anymore. You can just use those weapons. But I'm gonna guess if you have a shadow or a twisted bow, you are not watching this because you should probably be doing something else with those items. Those are endgame BIS items for practically almost every boss in the game. You should be doing something else, maybe like Yama or Mustafa. You can do raids. You can do you can even camp Zulrah. Actually, you can camp Zulrah with a twisted bow and not have any switches and still get crazy kill times, because the passive from the twisted bow scales to magic defense levels. So the higher somebody's magic defense, the more accurate and the more you're gonna hit. So I'm gonna pot up here. I usually bring 2 prayer potions, a bastion, a forgotten brew, sharks. You can use sharks, or better, I use sharks because they're very cost effective and they still heal 20. I have a 4 combo food here in case I get hit a lot. My teleport, I got my enclave teleport for my dueling to rejuvenate my stats to come back. And here we go, guys. This is the twin flame staff method. Not a lot of people will talk about this enough, and I think it should be talked about a lot. Oh, never mind. Gotta exploit them elemental weaknesses where you can. Also, there is a Zulrah helper plugin if you want to use this. I personally don't use this. It gets me confused, and I have over 200 kills in this boss. I also, funny thing, where's my collection one? I ended up getting the pet on 183 KC. I know, I got spooned. I can actually show you right here in my loot tracker if it'll pop up. Yeah, right here. Which is absurd. Yeah. 183 KC, you know. Alright, let's get to work. I'm astounded I actually got it. There we go, we hit a 51 there. Really nice. It's gonna be, okay, here's melee, so I'm gonna stand in this corner right here so she can't hit me. Now she's gonna switch, I'm gonna stand over here now. Also, I'm gonna start praying protect from magic, put on my eagle eye, and switch to my range gear because I know it's gonna be a blue phase. After a while, you memorize the phases after you kill the boss about like 50 times or so. So now I know it's going to be range, so I'm going to go over here. I'm going to switch my magic gear. I'm going to start going back onto the boss. Also, you can take off your protect from range here until she starts hitting you because she's spawning her snakelings. I'm going to go ahead and put that back on just in case she starts hitting me. I'm going to eat 1 food. I know that's going to be range. Switch back to magic. Put back on my range gear. Let me spec my... Come on, can I get a good spec? I hit a 1. Wow. And she's going to throw her gases over here, so I know I'm going to go back to this spot now, because I don't want to take venom damage. Here is going to be a melee, if I'm not mistaken. There we go, melee. We're back in our safe spot. Go back over here. Over here now. Now it's going to be ranged, so I'm going to get my protect from missiles ready. Here we go, ranged. I'm actually just going to go over here so I can get a head start because I'm going to have to run from this part. So I'm going to go ahead and drink a prayer pot. I think it's, yep, it's blue. Switch back to magic. Get back on the boss. You can't, this is a boss. You cannot lose Tixon and you can't panic. You have to get as much damage in as you can if you want to extend your trips. And honestly, the maximize the profit of doing this boss in the first place. You gotta get your ticks. Gotta get your ticks in. Okay, I think this is gonna be, yep, this is, I'm gonna switch back to range prey, put back my magic gear. Oh, we got Jad Phase. Oh, I was surprised. Okay, whoa. Oh, okay. Dude, really? Are you gonna die? So, that right there was a Jad Phase. In that phase, she'll hit you with range and magic. Obviously, I didn't pray right there. This is why I got hit at 35. Sometimes you can either just choose to eat, the damage you're taking, or pray the correct prayers. As you see, I didn't there. I messed up. Which is why I wouldn't bring Eclipse Moon Armor there, because Eclipse Moon Armor has horrible defenses, and you would be getting hit like crazy during the Jad phase, and also in her ranged phase. She would absolutely obliterate. Which is why I would avoid bringing Atlatl with Eclipse Moon Armor. Now, if you're like 99 defense, you know exactly what you're doing, you can definitely pull it off. But for somebody who's just beginning and has mid-level stats, I do not recommend it. Because it also scales towards your melee strength. So if your strength level is low, you're not going to be hitting anything. I only have 80 strength, which is why I would never use an Atlatl there. $50. This is a range phase here, so now I'm going to go up. She's going to be melee in the middle. Here we go, melee. Yep, there we go. I memorized all the phases already, but I'm just showing you guys the different phases you can get. I'm actually glad I'm getting all the phases. Now, I know I'm going to go over here now. This is another save spot. Okay, she's going to boom, right here. Right here. Now I'm going to put back on my Protect from Magic. I'm going to combo eat. Get my health up. Get ready. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. There we go. Get back on the boss. Whoa. Yeah, if you don't have your combo food, you will get cooked. It's going to be green here, so I'm putting back on my range prey. I'm going to go back in this corner, if I can. Thank you. I don't know what it's going to be here. I think it's going to... My prayer just died. That's great. But I got it back on just in time. Okay. I think this is going to be me. Oh, it's not melee. Okay. There we go. Get back on the boss. Don't lose ticks. Get as much damage as you can. Because if you stall, you'll get hit by Venom. The Snake-lings will kill you. It just won't be a fun time. It'll be horrible. You gotta maximize your ticks. Also, I don't know why I took off Preserve. Alright, I'm gonna do something very gutsy here. I'm gonna go for another kill even though I have 4 food. I'm being honest here, I'm probably teleporting out, but I'm just gonna try this and see how it goes. I'm probably gonna get hit like crazy. Now if she doesn't hit me and she spares me, I could potentially get this 3-kill trip. I'm gonna turn on rapid heal to try to get some health back. Oh, I missed a tick there. Damn, see that? Gotta maximize my damage. Range phase again. Come on, can I hit? Please. I literally have 93 magic right now because of the Forgotten Brew. There we go. This is another save spot, although I'm being honest, I wouldn't recommend this because this requires you to have to run all the way into the Venom. Whoa, 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 back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Come on, give me a, oh, I hit it too, bro. Really? Yeah, I might have to dip here. I have one food. I'm not expecting to get this kill. I mean, dead serious. Oh, my prayer is gonna die. Come on, please don't hit me at 40, Zulrah. I beg you, please, please, Zulrah, please. Spare me. Okay, it's gonna be ranged here. Maximize your hits. Can't waste hits. Can't waste hits. Gotta make sure you're hitting the boss, or else you will get comboed. You'll get venom. The snakelings will butcher you, and you'll die. You gotta get proactive. I think it's gonna be shit. It's range. Okay. There we go. That was what? 4 kills? 3 kills? Damn, that was a good kill. I did that with 4 food. That's what I'm saying. As long as your ticks are on time, and you know your placements and you know the phases, you are good. I just did that kill with 4 food. I didn't even have to. I had 1 food left. Just make sure your timing is on. And one thing to always remember while doing this boss is prayer first and then your gear. Always remember that, and you'll be fine. As make sure your prayers are always on first before you're even doing any of these switches, because she'll be hitting you and you're still switching your gear. Take your time, switch your prayers effectively. So like, let's say she was, alright, let me show you an example. Let's say she was green right here, right? Let's say she was green right here. She's green here, and she goes back into the water, and now she's going to be blue over there. What I should do first is not switch my gear first, because look at this. In the time I'm switching my gear, she's already hit me probably twice. What I should do, she's going to be blue here, right? Tanzanite. Switch to magic, put on my eagle eye or your best range prey. I don't know if you have rigor. Switch to your gear after, so you're getting prepped for the phase and you're not taking unnecessary damage and losing ticks. Always make sure your prayers are on first and you're good. You are good to go. This boss can seem very hard for a lot of people, but after you learn it, you're making bank. It's chill. You can do it anytime you want. No stressing. That was a 3 kill trip. I made 310k. Probably minusing my searing pages charges. Maybe it'll minus like 30, 40k, but still 260k in about 8 minutes. That's quite fun. So yeah, guys, that's my Zulrah guide. Also, I want to show you one more thing before I go. Sorry. Look at it! Look at it! Look at how it matches with my rims! Dude! Honestly, such a cool pet. Such a OG pet, and also my brother has 2,900 kills in Zulrah and he still hasn't gotten the pet. And I got 183 KC. Just want to show you guys the pet. But that's the end of the video, guys. Have a good day. Gilenor's hero is out!